Okay, so it's the next day now. Welcome back to Demo 690 here. We're going to look further into this engine today because we've got a little bit of light left. And might be nice to see what's going on with these pistons and see if I'm right about the rings. So without further ado, we'll just get into it. Well, as you can see from the screws, that was not a simple job to get this off, this bearing. Plus, you can see the wear on this bar for the rockers. That's going to have to be changed. I think I have a few spare ones of them. There's a tiny bit of wear on the cam itself. Not too bad. There's a bit. Yeah, so that turned out to be a real handling. Getting them rocker arms out of there. Very heavy wear on the shafts. It's a good job I do actually have a spare set of those, so we'll be using them. Right, I think it's time to take the head off and see what we got. Well, I took the head off, and you'll see that already it's a lot cleaner than the other cd175 I was working on, and the head gasket was still working on this. A lot of carbon build-up on the pistons, but that's okay because I'll be changing them, and they do look to be original and not rebored. I will have to measure them to find out. The cam is in very good condition. As you can see, no real major wear on that. So that's usable again. The only thing I did notice, if you look at the valves, is that if you look here, this valve isn't closing right, so that would have been taken away from the compression. So that's possibly one of the culprits, but we are going to check the pistons now to see if the rings are stuck, so we'll do that next. Well guys, the verdict is it would appear that it was the valves that was given the issue. These rings are perfectly loose, as you'll see. They're moving away nicely there, and we could even probably reuse them if we wanted to, but I'm going to put in new piston and rings just because I have them here. And the inside of the barrel is fairly good, as you can see. Needs a bit of a clean up, but definitely usable. So that's it. That's as far as we're going to take it down. I don't see the need to bring it down any further than this, unless we had problems with bearings or something, which I don't think we do, but you know what thought did. As a man says, thought wet his pants and thought he was sweating. So look, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We'll try and get it to run first without having to open up the bottom section and hope the bearings are okay. And if they're not, we'll open it again and we'll replace all the bearings and everything. So I'm going to have a look at these valves and see if I can get them seated and loosened up. And that should be it. Probably ready to run then, hopefully. This spark advance mechanism was really stuck too. Everything in the head was very stuck, just with old oil and stuff. So I'm going to have to really go through these pieces and make sure that they're moving freely and swiftly. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's it for tonight, guys. I'm just going to clean away here, and that's all the bits that you don't really need to see. So if you want to see them, let me know, but I'm just going to plow on here and work away and send you a video when it's nearly all together again. Just for your benefit, I've done a little leak down test here, and I filled them full of WD-40. You can see that the right hand side is holding the liquid, most of it, but the left hand side is totally drained it out. So we know that there's problems with the valves on this side. It's leaking down. So we'll have to seat them valves and hope that they're not bent. It does look at some stage that something has hit this piston, and hopefully that wasn't the valve, but it does appear to be in the position where the valve would be. So we're definitely going to have to pay careful attention to the valves and things like that. Maybe the timing slipped on it a bit at some stage, and that's what done that. But anyway, we'll do what we can with what we have. So yeah, I just found our issue with the engine, why it didn't have any compression. This is our left hand side intake valve. Now if I roll it along here, I don't know if you're going to see this. Do you see that? Very difficult to see. Focus camera. Will not focus. Anyway, I'm trying to show you that the valve is bent. So the engine must have slipped timing at some stage or another, and it hit that piston. This intake valve hit that piston and got bent, and that's why we had no compression on one side. But it's not a problem because I have a spare head, and it's much cleaner than that head. So I'm going to use this head instead. I'm going to take this cam out because this cam wouldn't be perfect, but the other cam is good. And we're going to use this head because the valves are all already good in it, and all we have to do is seat them. So I think that's the way to go. I think that's what we're going to do. Right, that's it for the night, guys. Investigation over, and I think it's going to be hopefully a simple fix, and we'll have it hopefully running. So that's it for the night, guys. Engine put away, parts up there where I'll get them in that box. Yeah, so because I don't have to wait in any parts really, and I have a spare head here, I don't see any reason why there's a good possibility I couldn't have that engine back in the 71 next week and running. It'd be nice to see it if it was running. So that'll be interesting. If I get the time, let's see what we can do. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Demo690 if you haven't done already. Hit that bell notification for notifications of when I put up videos. And hit the like button most importantly, because it really opens me out to a bigger audience on YouTube. And thanks very much. Till next time.